Good morning, Marshall. I'm Anna Holstein. Thank you for joining us. This morning, we'll discuss the recent cut of Marshall's women's swim and dive team, the weekend shooting downtown, a scientific Black History Month celebration, and more. Let's start with some important campus announcements. The Visual Arts Center will host an art meet and greet with Nicole Westfall on Tuesday, February 24th from 5 to 7 p.m. Drinko Library will be hosting local author Anna Rollins, a former English professor at Marshall, on February 24th at 7:30 p.m. Rollins published her first novel in December 2025, titled Famished, a memoir on food, sex, and growing up as a good girl. The Spring Career Fair will take place at the Rec Center on February 25th from 12 to 4 p.m. The Joan C. Edwards Performing Arts Center will be showing Acts of Love from February 25th to the 28th, and the 25th is free for all students with a valid Marshall ID. Now over to Roxy Leonard for a look ahead at the weather.
Welcome everyone to your Good Morning Marshall weather forecast. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast and what it means for Marshall this week. We stay chilly through Monday and Tuesday with highs in the 30s and near 40 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. If you're heading to the Marshall basketball game versus Old Dominion on Tuesday night, plan for cold conditions when traveling to and from the CAM. By Wednesday, temperatures warm into the mid-50s, but rain will move in, which is something to keep in mind. If you'll be out and about, make sure to bring an umbrella. Showers continue into Thursday with highs in the upper 40s. The good news comes just in time for the weekend. Friday turns sunny and we warm even more by Saturday, reaching near 60 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Great weather to get outside and enjoy campus. We finish the week out on a pleasant note Sunday with sunshine and highs in the low 50s. Thank you so much for tuning into your Good Morning Marshall weather forecast. I'm Roxy Leonard. Back to you, Anna.
Thanks, Roxy. Here's the latest in your local and campus news. The Board of Governors voted on February 17th to cut the swimming and diving team. President Brad D. Smith and Athletic Director Gerald Harrelson cited budget concerns and Title IX compliance, but athletes and supporters criticized the lack of transparency surrounding the decision. Students received an emu alert around 3 a.m. on Friday after a shooting occurred near 4th Avenue and 14th Street, across from the Brad D. Smith Center for Business and Innovation. Huntington police found 2 victims in a nearby parking lot who have been identified as 26-year-old Adrian Phillips and 39-year-old Darius Johnson. As part of Black History Month, the College of Science hosted a program recognizing Black scientists connected to West Virginia. Associate Dean Anna Mummert said the event celebrated Black achievement, highlighting figures such as George Washington Carver, Margaret Collins, Elbert Frank Cox, Katherine Johnson, Titus Pankey, Carolyn Beatrice Parker, and James Edward Young. Now, Shane Darling is in with the Sports Spiel.
Good morning, Marshall. I'm Shane Darling here with the latest in Marshall athletics. With the Marshall Board of Governors' decision to cut the Marshall Swim and Dive program, the swim and dive team finished up its final ever meet on Saturday with the American Conference Championships. Marshall came in 8th in the meet out of 9 teams, with Lauren McNamara being the herd's lone individual champion, winning the 200-meter butterfly. Marshall men's basketball had a 3-game week this week. The herd defeated South Alabama at home on Tuesday, 84-80, before hitting the road to beat Appalachian State in a tight one on Thursday, 94-93, and then losing on the road to Coastal Carolina, 75-79, despite Jalen Spears scoring 39 points in the contest. The Marshall men currently sit in 3rd place in the Sun Belt Conference standings with 3 games to go. Marshall women's basketball had a couple of games on the road this week as well, falling to Georgia Southern 55-76 on Thursday and defeating Georgia State on Saturday 82-75. The women's side is currently 4th in the Sun Belt with just 1 game left in the season this Friday at home versus Georgia Southern. Cue the music. For the first time since 1980, the United States men's hockey team wins gold, and for the first time ever, the men's and women's team win gold at the same Olympics. Back to you, Anna.
Thanks, Shane. That's all for this morning, Herd. Thank you for watching this show. It is a student-produced newscast brought to you by the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications and the Department of Geography. Tune in next Monday, March 2nd, for the voices of the students told by the students. And remember, good mornings make great days.